Okay, let's see if we are in fact live. Exciting times with these technologies. If I have everything set up now correctly, is the sound okay? Who knows? We are just going to assume that it is. Yes, it probably is. So alright, so what I'm going to do right now is just announce my presence all over the internets, and hopefully people are flocking in and watching and commenting, as it's fun thing to do for me. Yeah, so let's see, just going to do like this and that, and hit that on this one, and there we go. That's enough, I think. Okay, so what are we painting today? We are painting what is it? A Tiefling pirate. It is it's called Oblikar Nothril. It is a Kickstarter exclusive miniature made you know, from specifics from a Kickstarter backer for Starhatminiatures, and what you can see here is almost a naked pirate demon thing, and we are going to concentrate on painting the skin today, and we will see how far we're going with it. I'm just ninja in this paint episode while people are out of the house, and I can have work you know, for myself without any you know, what you want to call it, like real life stuff, you know. Anyways, we are going to paint this, and I'm going to say the link to starhatminiatures.com where you can get this. Alright, so let's see if we have anybody watching right now. We have me watching this. Alright, but hopefully people are going to come in and commenting on this stuff. What I'm thinking is do live stuff on Twitch, and then record this stuff I'm doing right now as well, so later I can go back and edit it and make a painting tutorial guide on YouTube's, making a like more I don't know, watchable content. So this is just more hanging out together, and we are going to shake the paints like we do. Always shake your paints. Paints, I don't know. You can shake your pants too, that's okay. Everything goes here in the bedroom of, yeah, whatever. Golden skin, scale color 75. That's what we are going to use, and we are going to use it in my ghetto setup here. Yes. Okay, so this miniature, this demon is having a red skin, but I'm thinking every skin will look not natural, or what you want to call it, when it's not having a skin color, kind of an orangey skin to it. Even when you're painting, you know, black skin or Indian skin or whatever, you want to have the base being kind of a orangey, because you underneath the plate here you will have orange, and you want a little shine of that skin color. You know, I think everybody has like in the inner core you are like whitish in your skin, and then you have pigments that are making your skin the color you want or you're born with. I have freckles, so yeah. that's another time. Maybe I should paint a freckled miniature one day, just to, you know, be try that. I think you have to have browns or stuff like that for doing that. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a good setup. I have no clue, but yeah, hopefully people are coming into the stream. We are going to just make this video as if 2 people are watching. So we are going to try to explain anything, and by we I mean me. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is have it wet. So let's see if I can. So I dip my brush in water. Let's see if we can get this to be kind of good there. So and I will have a little drop on it, and I will wipe that off, but not completely. Then I will blend it with the skin color here. And I think orangey color is a good way to start with it, because it has yellows in it and stuff like that. So what I have done with it before, you can see this is I primed it black, and then I hit it with kind of a grayish from the top down. So you can see it's darker underneath and whiter on top, and this will help cheat in the colors on the mini. So if I just put wash on this will just be a quick in and out the paint job and finished. And that's the way you can paint miniatures. Sure, whatever you want, you know, how you want to have the miniature. I want to have a little more grid or take to the miniature, because I think just wash painting miniature with the wash, it will feel a little blend, in my opinion. But it's actually a really good way to paint up 100 million Nurglings or something like that. Just hit it with a greenish wash and be done. Kind of a Raglan first tone over it here and there. Sure, that could work. And you can actually go with painting just skin color here and just go with a red wash over it. That could be a good way to do it as well. So anyways, I'm thinning down the paint as I explained, with having a damp brush here and just putting colors on. And you can see with just one coat it will not cover the miniature. Scale 75 is a color range that you have to have like 2-3 coverage for have it fully covering the miniature. But you don't want that. You want for most of the things I'm using and painting with, I actually want I'm going to hit it with a lot of different colors, so I don't want it to be super duper kind of a coverage on it. So and yeah, so that's the game plan here to how to paint this Tiefling pirate. It was a D&D character one guy really wanted, and back at Starhatminiatures, and this is a custom miniature which you can buy on starhatminiature.com. Let's see if I can find. Hello, one person watching. How are you? Hopefully you can take something from it. If you want to ask anything, just ask and I will try to answer it as good as can. So the specific details the sculpture Bergery was getting was it should be almost naked and just have a coverage over the parts here. I'm going to check out what it's called because I can't remember. Give me 1 second and I will find what I'm looking for. So Oblikar Nothril it's called, and is naked except for hat, harness, and a kotika. And a kotika is a yeah, I'm going to say it, penis shelf to have your penis in. So yeah, that's a thing. I didn't know that was actually a thing. So that's going to be interesting to paint. I have no clue which colors we are going to use and anything. So that's going to be just happy accidents when we are moving on. So it's a really good canvas to have black and then prime, put a color on top down on a miniature. It's going to help you a lot when you are painting miniatures, especially when it comes to skins and stuff like that, cloth and stuff. Not so much when you're painting armor, I think. Then you want more another take on it. But it can help if you want a really shiny armor. It's depending on which kind of look you are going for. And with this miniature, I really want a red demon look because it's a demon. He has horns and tail here. So, but I want it to look like a skin, so I'm starting with the orange skin tone, and we are going to work out from there. In my mind, it's going to work. It's going to be fun to see if it actually works, because I haven't done it, you know, in real life. So. And that's one of the really good things I really like with painting different miniatures and just one army or stuff like that, like D&D and Pathfinder, because you have a lot of different races and stuff like that, and you can experiment and you can expand yourself and how you paint and stuff like that. And so yeah, that's something I really like. And so yeah, we are going to put more colors on it, and I think I'm going to finish with the skin tone here. I just reinforcing where I think I want the more intense skin color to go on top of the redness. Okay, but now we are stopping with the skin color, and we are going for a more red color. I think yeah, I'm going to dabble a little here because I missed some spots, and you know, devils are in the detail. So yeah, and I have to apologize for the sniffles and stuff like that. I have a cold, and it's not going to end anything soon, so yeah, kind of it's not good painting TV, but there we go. So it has longer limbs and stuff like that than normal humans. That's interesting to see. So what we can do with that. Now we're trying to just go over the miniature and look where I have forgotten to put paint on, because there are a lot of skin here, and I want to hit everything before we move on, just to have a good working space to continue painting. So I'm trying to watch for comments. Let's see if we can see some comments. I'm going to put that over here so it's easier to see. All right, so now we are going in with the reds. And I'm actually thinking, let's see if I can put on a lot of different colors of red. So you have a good variety here, and brown, and red browns, and reds, and orange. So you have Indian skin here, that could be interesting to use. Blend it a little with the skins. Then you have this more brown color. And then you have a more of a pink color, more of a little, yeah, what you want to call it. Yeah, this color, and then you have Orcish Dremis. This actually, I think this is a good gateway, and it could go hard reds with Alderian red or blood red, even more rich colors, not looking like blood, but more like a blood angel or something like that. I'm going to I'm thinking this is probably what I want. We are going to experiment with this one, so shake it like you mean it, and yeah, how are you doing? Are you having a good time? Hopefully you are. And we are going to mix it in. So we're going to put it right beside the other color, and we will see what it will be. So if you can see here, the top, the what you want to call it, the brush tip is really pointy. I really like it. It is a Kolonsky Raphael #1 8404. If you want to know the brand of this thing, but use whatever you like to use. You know, you don't have to use the exact brands, but if you are interested in knowing what I'm using, that is what I'm using. Okay, so what we have here is a more of a skin color reddish tone to it. So we are going to watch what's happening now when we are putting it on. Yes, there we go. We are going to go in hard with it. And we are just going to fill every skin there are with this color now, and we are going to be bold about it and trust the process. The color itself will tone down. It's not going to be that stark of a color when it's drying, so not worry about that. And actually, when we are painting this, I'm going to let my mind wander a bit and try to think about how I want the rest of the miniature to look like, which colors I'm going to use on the different parts, and I think on that. So you can see already now, yeah, I think this is a really good color for the skin tone. It's looking more skin tony. What? So we are just going to work back and forth with the colors. I think I'm going to go back with the gold skin tone. And what I'm doing now is not letting the paint be too dry on the tip. So you want to go and moisture it up now and then, so it's not going to dry on your brush, because that will ruin your brush. So let's see. Something like this and something like that. Reinforce some parts already. Just trying to. Yes. This is a really good demon color, I think. Orcish. What's it called? It is the Fantasy and Game from Scale 75. Orcish Dermish. It's a up close and personally, it's a really good. I really like it as a demon color, and it's a really good color to blend in with the greens when you're painting orcs and goblins too, because it's a really good contrast color, this one, and it looks like skin color almost, kind of a skin colory red to it. So it's a. I used it before and blend to have a drunken nose and stuff like that on a mini. Blend it with some skin colors. I really like that. A really cool look for it. When you're painting drunken pirate dwarfs and stuff like that, that's a given. So yeah, really fun miniature. I have never been. I have not done my research on what a tiefling is, but it's looking kind of demon for me. So if anybody knows exactly what it is, yeah, please educate me. I really want to know more about the D&D world and Pathfinder world. You know, more role-playing games. I played a little bit of it, but I've been kind of lucky. I have buddies that are helping me make the characters and stuff like that. So it's good for the game because I can just get starting playing. But you don't go deep in the knowledge when you are not reading everything. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about buying different kind of role-playing books just to read, like Warhammer 2nd edition, is supposed to be a really good rule book, because it's kind of fun and stuff like that, people are saying on the internet. So I want to pick that up, and I want to pick up other ones as well, even My Little Pony, but that's mostly because my kids are really into that show right now, and it could be really fun to do a role-playing game with them, and not make it to be about kill everything and yeah, you know, more of a chillax environment for the kids maybe than just kill. That's my experience with role-playing games I'm playing, the Star Wars, from Fantasy Flight and Pathfinder, when we were playing Pirates. And if I had this miniature when we were playing, I would totally be a Tiefling, because it's just really fun and cool miniature. I really like it. So now we are reinforcing the red, and you can intensify it by brushing more and more on it. But I'm losing the skin color aspect of it, so I'm going now to go back. I just want a deep color, reddish color on it. I really like it. I'm just sometimes watching if anybody's commenting, and I can interact with you. Let's see, so that's why my eyes are wandering sometimes. Something like this and that, and then we're going to go back, and I'm trying to blend in some skin color here and there, and then we're going to blend in two different colors and see what we can come up with. So it's so fun to this is the first time for me. It's just me trying to think how the colors works together, and try to piece together something that's looking kind of cool, and that, you know, when you are looking at it, yeah, that's kind of real, you know, it's unreal, but even for a little moment there, because you have colored it correct, it looks almost like a living thing. That's a really good aspect with a hobby, painting, making stuff look more 3D. It's this is of course a 3D miniature, but make it look more 3D with how you put your shades and stuff like that. And already it's looking more of a demon kind of color. So and when we are, and now I'm trying to blend in more reds, a darker red, and trying to see if I can bring forward some shadows in the mini, and just seeing what we can accomplish with the colors. Yeah, that's not bad. And then we're going to try just to hit some parts that were more shadowy, where the shadow might hit. And this will, it's I really like it. Kind of a stark light I'm going on having here. I should have. I need to cover the light with something. I see. It's kind of a hard light to be looking at, I think. But we are going to try to work with it as best as we can. Trying to think of where I put something I can dim the light a little so it's not that stark, so it's better for you guys to actually see the miniature. So what I'm doing now is just reinforcing the shadowy parts with more of a red, and the top layers are more blend with this orcish red color and skin, like bronze skin color, and this dynamic between the colors will make it look like skin. That's what I'm going for here. That's the strategy. Yeah. I'm going to hit that one. So it's kind of a good thing to paint on camera because you can see spots you can't see with your eyes. So that's a good thing. Let's see, I'm going to try to use blood red, and yeah. Yeah, that needs to shake more, a lot more. Oh. Okay, let's see if we find anything on the internet while we are shaking. It's this color was not good shaken before, so we are needing to give it a good shake. I was actually trying to, when I set this up, to get like more information on the miniature and maybe a banner where you can find the miniature and stuff like that, but I thought I know how to do it, but I didn't, so I had to go back, and yeah, I'm going to try it. I'm having about 10 more miniatures from Starhatminiatures, so we should come up with something cool for it then. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure blood red was the good color to use here. It's a really hard red, or what I want to call it. We are going to try it a little just to see, give it a chance. Maybe I'll mix it in with the colors we have up here. The nose. Oh, I should have the miniature in the camera when we are painting. We're just trying to touch a little here. Yes, that is a good color. And we're just trying to hit the lines now and make the like shadowy recesses look good. Sorry for the sniffles. I think I have to pop out and do something about it, and then I will come back. Okay, I'll be back. Just give me a second. All right, I'm back. How are peoples? So here we go. I should, yeah, I'm going to try to find something to take off the hard shine of it. It wasn't there. I have to figure out for the next video. Damn it. Now we're going to more of a dark color. Just try to reinforce something we are already done. Make sure you have a little blue in it. Something like this. Just be really gentle with it. Something like that, yeah. That will reinforce the setup. Let's see. Something like this, maybe. Okay. All right. So, anyways, back to painting. So it's always good to take a little breaks now and then. just make the paint dry, or paint something else, and not paint the same thing over and over again, because you're just going to push wet paint back and forth and that's probably not something you want to do, because you are losing the intensity of the color you already put down. And you blend them, which is a good techniques, but it's not something you want to do all the time. It's when you want to three-point blend, or wet blend, or feathering, or stuff like that. Then it's useful to do it like so. But sometimes you just need it to relax a bit and just sit and wait, or find another color, paint something other on the miniature, or on another miniature. That could be also. So what I'm doing now is just putting on colors between stuff, so it's going to have a good separation. I give this a more 3D effect on the miniature, so it's easy for the eye to see what's what when you are looking from a distance. That's why I'm putting on this blue reddish thing in places where I want this separation to be good, like a good line when you are painting a cartoon or something like that. Same is true for miniatures. That's what the technique I'm using, and you can use wash to achieve this, but I want it to be a really stark contrast, but just hit points of interest, and try not to put it everywhere, but it's fun to do. So it can be something you are just doing everywhere because it's fun. So. Something like this, and yeah, I think that is a really good demon color on this Tiefling. I'm pleased, and you get this kind of a purplish shadow going on here, so you have interest with the eyes and stuff like that. Now you have to figure out what color of the pirate hat, and what color he has on his hair, and on the armor pieces. And he has a kind of a treasure map here, and something between his legs here, and lots of armor, and he's a long broadsword or something like that, in a self, like and a little purse here, or something like that, and a purse, a little coin bag here, and some leathers here. So there's some bits more to paint on him. What is a good hair color for red? I'm going to actually try to figure out something. Let's see, just going to put something in here. Oh, that wasn't a bit. Something like let's see if I can find it. Yeah, anyways, just trying to search the internet for good combinations there. Let's see. So Tiefling parrot, and just see what's coming up here when we are punching in the pictures. So they are mostly painted with black hair. They're kind of boring. Some have purple hair. Maybe we should paint purple hair. Yeah, let's do that. And that's an interesting color, like stripes. Let's do that. Stripes and purple hair. Yes. Cool. There are a lot of really cool, fun suggestions there on how to do it. But we are going to try to do. Or should I have a blonde parrot? Yeah, we are going for blonde parrot because why not? And for that we're going to use the color. Let's see if I have it here. I'm going to use tannery yellow, I think. No. Yeah, maybe it's a kind of a. Yeah, it's kind of a pale yellow. It's looking like really stark yellow, but there are going to be you're going to have some sepia in it, wash, and it's going to be great, I think. Let's put that in there, like so. And just dampening the brush again and load it up with a little color, and maybe we should trim off some. And now it's more of a precision thing, so we are going to try to take some on my thumb. So on my thumb I do like so to not have it overloaded with the color, and we are going in with blonde hair. And he has a goatee, so we are going to, yeah, I like that. That's going to be a really fun and interesting hair color on this demon tiefling, half tiefling. I try to not paint brown and black hair because yeah, at least everybody's painting that, and it is kind of easy to do, and I want to have challenge myself whenever possible when I'm painting. So that's what we do. Kind of easy to paint blonde hair if you just follow like this yellowish, and then you put on like a yellowish wash on it. Yeah, that was I really like that. I think that will bring his face better than just purple. Saying that, maybe we should have a purple like a parrot hat. Let's try that. And by purple I mean violet, and I'm going to mix in black leather and violet, and we are going to try to make something interesting out of it. So I want it to look a leather kind of look to it, and worn and torn with color on top of it. So there is the leather, and there we have some violets. And then we're just going to mix and match and see what's happening. And I'm going to load the brush with one color and then load the brush with another color, and don't wipe too much between. And we are going to see if that's going to give a good effect on the hat. So we are just going back and forth with different colors to give it a more of a used look. That's what we are working on here. And is it in the shot when we are doing this? Kind of important when you are trying to make a paint a miniature episode here, to actually show the painting of a miniature. So you just put every angle you want on the miniature when you're painting to get the brush in where you need it to be. Don't worry about how it looks. It's of course more disturbing maybe for people that have motion sickness or something to watch when we are putting it up and down, but not everybody is painting live, so you don't worry about that. So mixing and matching between two colors, and it's giving this more living color look. And maybe I put a little of this gray in here as well, so, and a little underneath here, and then we go back to black leather and just put that in there and mix it, and like so, and then we go back to violet, and what I'm trying to create here is a hat that are getting like it is on the ship and it's been used, so we are just putting in some grays here and there as well. Something like that, yes, I think that is a good look, and we are going to go back and hit it with some highlights and stuff like that, but I'm just going to try to redefine the lines as good as I can, so you have this sharp, and I actually think that is ears. Okay, so we are going to go back and paint ears. And that's a really fun thing for me. I think it's a really fun to paint when you're painting something that you're not that familiar with on a miniature, and it will surprise you, and stuff you haven't seen when you are looking at it will come forth and show itself. And like these ears, I didn't see them, and now I see them, and they are making the miniature look even more awesome, I think. And then we are going to darken up inside the ears a little, and something like that, give that 3D effect, and maybe hit on top of there so the hat is not in the air or something like that. I'm going to try to just reinforce the lines, something like that. Yeah, that's kind of a really nice look to it. And now we are going to use the black leather, and we're going to put it a little there, and we're actually going to, leather is skin, we're going to mix it with a little skin color and get this strange color here, and we're going to hit every part that's looking like it's leather, this color, and then we can go back and darken it and stuff like that, make it look worn and torn afterwards. I really like to put on the light colors first, what is the brightest color, and then go back with darker colors if I can, and then hit it with the light colors on top of that when it's all said and done. And trying to be as neat as I can, for then I have less of a cleanup afterwards. trying to be efficient, but you know, at the same time not to care too much about it, because you're then using a lot of time you can be spending on just hit the thing with colors. And I really like it when you just flow when you are painting, when you are just hitting what you're painting with colors and just make it flow. Let's see if we can have it in the shot there so you can see what I'm doing. Kind of a nice idea here. Yeah. No comments. Okay. That's fine. So one of the reasons I did Twitch instead of YouTube was that I think I want to have it separate. I want to put in one live show every day if I can, if you know, my situation, my real life situation can allow it. Having 3 kids that are small, living in the house, small house, you know, I have to take care of them and all their needs and stuff like. I wanted to paint like yesterday, but it didn't work out. So I know my plans are going to change all the time, but my goal is to try to paint every day, and then we are going to just try to do it as best as we can. I see I actually have lost a lot of skin here. The feet here is going out that way and down here. So we are going to go back with how we painted the colors. So we are going to start with bronze color here, and we are going to hit it with that color. And I'm totally blind, I didn't see that was skin. But you know, not familiar with Tieflings and how they look. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking to it. But yeah, of course it should be like that. So something like that, and then we are going to freshen up the rump and a little of the tail here, and just hit it with a little skin, and just try to have a little fun. And the nose, the schnauzer should be a little like so, and maybe the cheeks and the top of there and here and everywhere, just so. Yeah, looking snazzy. Okay. Then we're going back with this color, and on top of that, and just trying to go the same route that we did with the rest of the skin. And what we want to do is replicate everything so it looks kind of like the same colors, and that's not far off. I need to make it dry because I was a little rushed here, but that's not like off the colors we are using, so pleased with that. That's the really strength by having a wet palette. You have the colors you have been using and the colors you have been blending, especially. They are there and they are staying fresh for 2, 3, 4 a week, and you can come back and use the colors again, which I really like. Yes, okay, we are going to go a little bit of bronze and just reinforce some parts of the miniature while we are waiting for the paint to dry elsewhere. Trying to put some interest colors. like so. We probably want the packs to have a little top end glycerin to them, something like that. And then we can go back and blend it down a little. There you go. That's working. And then we're going to blend a little here and just hit stuff with it. All right, something like this. And then I'm going to hit that again. So now it's just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So till you are happy with how the color are sitting on the miniature, and then the skin are done. I feel like we are in a good progress here. So yeah, now we are going to go and reinforce the blonde hair, because now it's dry. And I want this to be yellowy blonde hair. So now I'm just trying to be really precise where I hit the miniature with this color. Less cleanup to do, you know, on a later part. So something like that. Yes, kind of happy with how it's looking right now. It's coming to life. Okay, so what we are doing now is going to paint the treasure map and the horns in the same color. We are going to use I'm actually going to use this one. I'll just shake it. It's the Screaming Skull, so it's a skull color, and yeah, you just go with the parchment. If it's open, you can use Reclan Fresh Shade and stuff like that. It's going to look amazing. So let's see, we are going to load the brush up with the color and just plant it there. Okay, and onwards we go. Are we in the shot? Yeah, kinda. There we go. And just hit it. So now you're probably asking, are you not going to use wash? Yes, I'm going to use wash, but I'm going to use wash where I feel the need for it. So what I'm thinking is putting a little blue wash under the eyes and maybe a little on the chin here to make it look like a kind of a starting for a beard or something like that. And yeah, and just work from there. And there we have the parchment looking good. And then we're going to take the horns. You can paint the horns in black or in another color, of course. That's up to you. And there is a negative space here between the hat and the horn that I think I'm just going to fill with the black colors. Yeah, you see there a little, maybe I just, but it's sculpted like it's bending over. Yeah, I'm trying to interpret, and the horn is like going in a little curl here. So here I'm going to use washes and see how it looks afterwards, and then I'm going to try to hit it with Screaming Skull, the highlights and stuff like that. And I think I'm really pleased with how it looks right now. All right, we are the first steps to finish it. Almost all the base coating and the color of the skin are done, and yeah, I'm kind of happy with this. And I'm kind of debating. This is a rope, and ropes are also in these colors in my head, so we are going to use that. And just the shape of a thing you are looking will determine how you interpret the color. So you can use the same color to paint a rope, a parchment, treasure map, and horns, teeth, hooves, nails. All these colors can be used with like a skull, Screaming Skull color, because the shape will determine how you interpret that, and you can use different colors of shades, washes to bring it home, to make it look different. It's an interesting thing. So you don't have to have 100 million different colors to paint a miniature because you have different things on it. And it will save you time when you're painting. But it's all about how much time you want to put in one miniature versus painting the rest of your stuff. So I'm trying to get on top of my collection, and so yeah, good luck with that. I'm trying not to buy more miniatures and stuff like that, but at the same time I really want to paint cool and different miniatures, so I'm really happy that Starhatminiatures was sponsoring me with this miniatures. So of course I'm going to start painting on them and promoting them, because I like the miniatures. They're really cool. I think they are unique. I know they are kind of in the D&D lore and Pathfinder lore, but they are like really good. Really fun, nostalgic 80s 90s trip to them, but with a little chicken bone thrown in there with the ducks and stuff like that. I really like it. So you can see the same color used on different parts, and then you have to reinforce it by hitting it again. And now you can see, I don't know if the camera is picking up on it, but the Games Workshop Citadel paints, they are more opaque, they are more bam, that's the color, while Scale 75 are more like it's more of a layering. You have to put more and more colors, and you can have different kind of colors on top of each other. And I really like to have the light one on start, because then you can blend down the other colors with water or thinner, and then just make the layers even smoother, so it's almost like airbrushing it on. Speaking of which, I bought myself a really awesome, I think I haven't actually used it yet, Sutar 2020, and I can't make it work. I have a Sutar 360, and that I can make work, but not not the really nice new airbrush. And I have tried to wash everything and stuff like that, and it's still not producing and performing. It's not nothing is coming out of Nothril, and I don't know why it's like that. It's really frustrating. I have tried to contact Badger. I think I have to go and ask them again, because it's like I have that airbrush now for almost a half year, and I really want to use it, but and you can see now I'll let the paint dry a little, and what's happening on the tip, it's like drying on the tip here and splitting the hairs, and that you don't want that. So if you're I find that Citadel Games Workshop paints dries really fast. Scale 75 has a kind of a another medium to it. It's like more of a gel kind of rubbery kind of a thing, while Games Workshop more of a, I don't know, matte. I don't know what it is. It's kind of a, because in every colors you need to have a medium to make the color work, and they have some other recipes for it. I can't what you call it, I'm not a chemist. I really don't know the real words for it, so yeah, I should just shut up about it. But there we go. Just reinforcing stuff. So I'm actually thinking this around here is all in, yeah, it is a chain. Okay, and I'm actually going to blend down this one and almost use it as a wash over it. And now you can see the power of Scale 75. Or you can put it as a filter over another color, a brighter color, and it will produce this really awesome kind of a look to it. Like so. And then you have a different kind of a look to it. The thing. and now we are going for everything that is, what colors should I do on the hilt? What is a good color to use? I'm going to go and look at some pictures, see what people are doing in the arts, to see if I get some inspiration here. Not much hilt action here. Okay, it's a kind of a blend color. Maybe I should just do the same. Let's try to mix it up a bit. Trying this kind of fun color here on this one. And that's actually a really good metallic look to it, so I'm going to use that. So I'm just mixing a gray to a blue. That color I produced there was a really good metal look, I think. So we are hitting everything looking metal for this. So I'm going to go non-metallic metallics again, and yeah, no, I'm not the greatest one, and I recommend you look at others for a good tutorial on how to paint non-metallic metallic, because there are better ones than this one I'm doing now, because I'm learning this technique, and I think it's so fun to try out. But as a learning tool, I recommend you to look elsewhere. Yeah, this is more of a leather color, okay, and actually this is part of the skin, okay. So I left out more skin here, okay. So this is skin. I'm going to go back with how we did the skin colors. So I'm gonna let that dry. Something like that. So that's or it's a strap with it's kind of hard to decipher what that is. I don't understand. I want to paint it like leather. It's kind of a strap, so he's been strapped fast to something, looks like. And like so, holding my breath. and that is strapped to his feet. Something like that. And then we are going to just mix a little color here, have a little fun. So something like that maybe. And then we are going to hit with a little yellow in it, the other one. Just to mix it up a little bit. It's fun to have kind of a different colors, but in the same kind of a range. I want this brown gray color, but I want to have it a little different on depending on what you are looking at. Something like that. Let's see if we can find what you are going to use for I'm thinking we are going to put more gray on it. Hello person that looking. How are you? Okay, so we are going in with blue on gray action here to make this look like steel. I just hit everything I think look like steel with that color. So I just want a little hint of blue in it, and that reinforce the look of steel, metal look. And then you can go back with a little hint of yellow to it to make it shine, and spots with a little white in it. And that's how I do non-metallic metallic right now. They're really good masters of it. I use more complex color setup, but it's in the same thinking. You just repeat till it's like perfect. And I can't be bothered. I just need to find a middle ground where I think it looks like metal, and it will work for me. And that's have to be good enough. So something like that. I'm going to hit more blue maybe in it. So yeah, and that thing here. It's holding the bracelet. If you are locked in a cell or something, it's looking like he escaped the cell. Maybe he's locked in for the night and they just let him out when they are ready to fight. So something like that. No, just trying to do a little cleanup work here and there. And then we're going to go back and do the skin here. Yes. So what I want now, it's let's see, a little, just using the edge of the brush to hit some spots of interest. Ooh, we haven't painted this in metal. I want that to be metal. So that is a super easy, fast way to do metal, and you go back and forth with the whites and blues, and you can use more of oranges and browns as well. But it's not looking shabby right now. I kind of feel like we can wrap it up right now with Halfling for now, and then now it needs to dry before we start with more colors. I think we're just going to hit it with a little wash. So when we're starting, that's finished. Because now we have paint all over the miniature. It's like a almost compare it to a rush or something. You don't want to scratch too much of it because it will just, every color is going to bleed and it's going to be nasty. So trying not to paint before it's dry now. It's super hard because it's a real fun miniature to paint, and I should be in the camera when I'm painting. So just hitting everything with that are in the yellow colors. So now we are going to make it dry a little before we are doing more on it. But yeah, I'm kind of happy with how it looks right now. So with that, we are going to close this session, and I don't know what's the time. Yeah, maybe we put in a little game before I end the Twitch thing. Okay, so but that's it for creative right now, and see you in the next one. Okay.